You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
So we're back. When we left for the break, I mentioned two of our guests. We have actually four. Besides Ed Salau and Rick Hairston, we have Gabriel and Titus, who are service dogs. And we're talking about training service dogs, placing service dogs, and the relationship between a service dog and their partner. Human partner. Carolina Canines for Service is the group that Rick has founded. Is there a matching process between dog and recipient?
Yeah, for our group there is. Some groups there isn't. Mm-hmm. I've never been known for doing the same thing everywhere. But as an example, Gabriel worked better off of the left side of somebody. Dogs are handed the same way people are.
Really?
Why would it have ever been important to you? It isn't. But when we go to match a dog, it's kind of like if he's not used to using the right-handed scissors, he's never going to get used to it. He can do it, but it's never going to be something comfortable. So we look at...
How do you know which side the dog favors?
What side do they normally gravitate to? If I throw you a baseball, the hand that's going to be dominant is normally going to be the hand.
So you watch...
Sure. We watch that.
Movement.
We watch the skills that they can do. You know, are they great with somebody who's still walking, or do they flinch from a wheelchair? Or do they love pulling a wheelchair? Moses loved to pull a wheelchair. He'd pull a wheelchair from
And we're going to talk about Moses. This was the founding dog of Carolina Canines.
He would pull a wheelchair from here to the mall and back. And, you know, okay, this is great. Gabriel wouldn't do that.
What about compatibility? We're talking about more like physical issues maybe, or propensities, but is there when there's compatibility, are there with dogs and people?
There is with that, but we've never had a problem because our dogs come in and they're going to meet the physical needs that Ed needs to accomplish. So it's kind of one of those that, you know, it may not have been exactly the dog he'd envisioned as far as color, shape, size, but as far as he's doing what I need to be done. And so then all of a sudden it's kind of like the old arranged marriages, you know, with Fiddler on the Roof. You know, I've been married to you for 25 years. Right. You're asking me if I love you? You know.
Trust has to be a big component.
Absolutely.
Yeah, on both sides.
I hope so. I know me trusting him, that was key. What, a couple of months after I started working with Gabe, or Gabe started working with me, we were in the nosebleed seats at the Carolina Panthers Stadium, and I don't know if you're aware of that, but a lot of the really, the beer lovers sit up that high. Okay. And they all love drinking before the game starts. And I have to make my way up and down those stairs while they're trying to pet my dog because they don't know any different.
Right.
And he was rock solid there for me. One wrong move, one misstep.
He doesn't get...
No. One misstep and I'm
distracted at all.
Gravity. I don't need gravity beating me before he can help.
How long have you and Gabe been together?
About 3.5 years.
About 3.5 years. How many service dogs have you trained and placed over the years?
We've now placed 44.
Wow.
And by the end of the month, I take it back. By the end of the first week of April, that'll be up to 47. I've got 3 team placements to do between now and then.
Let's talk about this coming Saturday. You have a big
We have a huge event called Walk for Those Who Can't. It's our 5th annual.
5th annual.
And it is
it's this Saturday, March 26th.
At Hugh McRae Park. Registration begins at 9. The walk starts at 10.
But you can go online and register.
You can go online and register. You can go to carolinacanines.org and follow that link, or you can go directly to walkforthosewhocan't.org. You can sign up as an individual. You can sign up as a team. There's many different ways to sign up.
And what it begins at what time?
Registration begins at 9. Walk begins at 10.
At Hugh McRae. Now there are businesses can sponsor.
Sure.
Come on board.
Businesses can sponsor. CBS WILM is one of our major sponsors.
We're proud to be a sponsor.
Same way with Sunny Broadcasting and several others. Queensboro Shirt, Carrabba's. There's a whole host of people who've come about to make this happen.
And individuals can form a team.
Individuals can form a team. If they don't want to form a team, they can sign up on an existing team, or they can sign up as an individual.
So once again, it's a walk for those who can't.org. Just go online, you'll find. And you can also go to carolinacanines.org and read about Carolina Canines for Service. I don't want to let this this half hour go by without talking a little about Moses. We talked about it, about Moses, the founding dog in 1996, this little 13-week-old puppy that that started with you. You picked the name Moses. That was very interesting choice.
Well, we were based on biblical principles, and it was the first dog, and we figured one way of giving honor and glory back to God is giving them biblically based names.
And he was 13 weeks old when
he was 8 weeks old. He was one of 13 puppies.
One of 13 in 1996.
Correct.
And had he led the way with you.
He led the way with the organization. I mean, it was one of those that without him, none of this would have happened. We figured out we logged well over 500,000 miles together, from coast to coast.
He was the front,
and he was.
I was going to say the front man. You were the front man. He was the front dog.
I'll put it this way: I followed where he led.
Then, tell us about March 4th.
March 4th, he was 14 and a half. He had done everything I'd ever asked him to do, and more. He was not able to get up and down steps anymore without assistance. We had followed veterinarian care, and he was at the maximum dosage of the medications, and that wasn't doing anything anymore. So I made the decision to send him to the Rainbow Bridge.
The Rainbow Bridge. Tell us.
Rainbow Bridge is a place, and it's actually a poem, that the dogs run on the other side of the bridge. There's no more. All the pets do. There's no more pain. There's no more. They can run like puppies. They can play like puppies. They all go out and they play, and they wait there for their master to come and cross the bridge. And so I made the decision that it was time to send him to the Rainbow Bridge because I could no longer do anything to make him comfortable.
How hard was that decision? I know the answer, but I had to. I mean, I know because I've been there.
The decision actually was easy. It was the waiting after I made the decision that made it difficult. You know, it was something that it was being humane. I could no longer take care of what he needed. He wasn't going to be able to get any better, and he would come and put his head in my lap, and it's almost saying, you know, how much longer are you going to make me do this?
You'll be at the walk this Saturday?
I wasn't planning on it.
Oh.
But you put me on the spot, Don. Do you do that to all your guests?
Yeah, come meet Ed. Come meet Ed and Titus, and and Gabriel and Titus and Rick. We got to go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Saturday.
We appreciate it.
Walkforthosewhocant.org. Log on and find out and join in. Be a great event. Next week on Byline Wilmington, what's it like to audition for American Idol and make the cut? Local musician Ethan Clark will tell his story next week on Byline. I'm Don Ansel. Have a great week.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning as we explore the issues that concern you.